you're doing really well today. I had to hop off because it wasn't working. So hopefully it looks like it's working now. I don't see any X's in front of me. It looks like everything's going really well. If you are here live with me, say hello in the chat or in the comments. I'd love to say hi back to you. Sometimes I can see your comments and your name. Sometimes I can't. I use this thing called StreamYard that allows me to see people's names if you allow it to. If you're not cool with that, that's okay. But give me a thumbs up that this is actually, that we're actually live and it's working. On my end, it looks like everything's working. So I'm just going to keep going and hope that everything's okay. But in the chat, if you can, just say hi. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Sierra, can you hear me? Can you see me? Hopefully everything's going well. Okay, awesome. Yay. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Jackie. Okay, today, every Tuesday I come on live. I'm Michelle Legaly. If we've never met before, I'm the creator of our awesome Empaths and Sensitives Facebook group. And today, every Tuesday I come on at noon Eastern time and we do some kind of tool, technique, tip, inspiration, strategy, something to help us as empaths and sensitives move more into more health, more thriving, more abundance, just happier, healthier lives. That's always my goal. So today is about how to raise our vibration to create health, wealth, and happiness. And this is kind of an experiment I'm doing with you because I'm doing it inside of my group called Intuition Circle next month. We're talking about frequencies and raising our vibrations and what kind of things we magnetize and what we can read at different frequencies. And it's kind of a new way of thinking and talking for me. So let's do an experiment together. I want to take you through like one way to raise our vibration. If you don't have to, if you love your vibration and you're good where you are, then you don't have to do this. But if you want to do an experiment with me, here's what we're going to do. We're going to become aware of our current vibration around our health, wealth, and happiness. We're going to do some meridian tapping. We're going to feel what it feels like to be in the power of neutrality, what neutral feels like, and maybe even expand our capacity to hold either the neutral or higher vibrations. What do you guys think? You want to do this with me? Okay, again, this is an experiment. I do a lot of meridian tapping in my programs and for myself and others, but I want to do it in a little bit different way today. Okay, so here's what we're going to start off. Number one, I want you to think, we're going to do all three at the same time. I want you to think about your current health. And there's lots of pieces to health: physical health, mental health, emotional health. Where would you rate your health? And let's just do let's keep it super simple. Like, you know what your norm is for your health. Are you in the norm? Are you falling below your norm, or are you feeling above your norm? We all have an internal thermostat on what's acceptable. We all know when we've fallen below it, and we all know when we're moving above it. Usually, we all know. Where are you? Are you at your norm, above norm, or below norm with your health? Okay, awesome, Sarah. Sierra, awesome. Just notice your health first. I want you to become aware, like, where is my health right now? And you might have to go mental health, physical health, emotional health. I just want you to become aware and ask yourself the question. Then I want you to move into your wealth. Thank you for everybody who's typing in the chat. It really helps me. Look at your wealth. Wealth, I don't know. I think of wealth, I'm thinking financial, but I know there's other forms of wealth, like wealth in relationships. So pick any wealth you want. I'm thinking financial right now. Are you in the norm? Are you feeling good where your wealth is? Let's just use financial for right now. There's lots of forms of wealth, though. Are you below your threshold of what wealth is? Are you above it? Just put either norm, below norm, or above norm. And this isn't a shame on you or anything. This is just us being smart enough to know that we're brave enough to look at these things. It's good for us to look at these things, and this is self-awareness, right? Last one, happiness, joy. I'm even going to add a few more things. Fulfillment in yourself. Are you feeling pretty good about that? Is that in your norm? Is that in your thermostat? Are you falling below that or above that with your happiness, joy, fulfillment, contentment of your life, in your life? Are you above, below, or norm? And no, again, no judgment. We're just doing some self-awareness stuff. Awesome. Awesome. Got it, Christy. Robin. Awesome. Yeah, again, right? This isn't if you put below norm, it's okay. And if you put above norm, it's okay. And if you put norm, this is self-awareness, not a judgment. We're just looking. Okay. Now that we've got that, now that you've kind of assessed like, okay, this is where I am, health, wealth, happiness. Here, and we've got it on the table. I'd love to do some meridian tapping around it. There's been one other thought that's been coming to me about this that I've noticed for me. Mine comes in like happiness and even a little bit my health. I can feel how much I'm wanting to feel healthier. I want it. For any of you who've fallen below the norm, or even if you're norm and you're wanting something bigger, do you see how there can be a wanting there? You're wanting it. Does anybody feel that wanting of anything? I know I'm going to go all over the place today because I have so many downloads about this. Awesome, Sarah. I want you guys to feel the wanting. If you have it, if you don't have it, you don't have to go searching for it. If you've fallen below the line, you might feel the wanting of getting back to norm. If you're at norm and you want health, wealth, happiness, even you want to feel it even more or experience even more, you might have a wanting there. You might even have an abundance of it and a feeling of wanting to feel even more of it. I want you to feel into any wanting you want around these things or anything else, honestly. How many of you can actually feel wanting for something? And if you don't feel it, that's okay. Awesome, Sierra. I want you to feel that feeling of wanting more. Wanting to feel physically the way I feel mentally. Yes. Okay. So Sarah, you're saying you feel really good mentally and you want to feel the same way physically. Feel that wanting. I know this is going a different way, but when I sat here before in my meditation, this was the piece that came through. I want us to go to us having the self-awareness of where we are. And I want you to go into the feeling of wanting where you'd prefer to be. And again, if you don't have that feeling, that's okay. Okay, now I want to do some meridian tapping around the wanting it to be different. And I think the biggest fear people have when I'll say to them, let's clear the wanting. They'll say, well, I have to want it. What happens if I don't want it anymore? But the strange thing is the energy of wanting, the emotion of wanting, creates more experiences to support the emotion of wanting. And the only experiences that can support more wanting are experiences of lack of having it, right? That's the only thing that could create more wanting. Did I just confuse you, or does that make sense? I'd love for us to challenge each other in letting go of all the wanting. Are you open to that idea? Where are you? You're in the chat saying, I'm confused. I like this idea. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's a bad idea to let go of wanting. What if we and I'm not saying we're going to accept things as is. Maybe we do. I'm just saying, let's just focus on letting go of the wanting. Let's let go of any of the emotional stuff about the way it is. Let's do some tapping around that. And then let's sit in neutral together. So neutral means you don't want it. I don't even know if you accept it. It's just you feel neutral and at peace. Okay, I think enough of you are saying it makes sense. Okay, so let's do this. Close your eyes. Let yourself feel where you are with the health, the wealth, the happiness, and anything else that you brought in, maybe relationship and other things. Allow yourself to feel the wanting of it to be different, better, more, maybe less. Notice your feelings around wanting it to be different. Okay, let's close your eyes if you can. Let's start tapping at your eyebrow point. If you're new to tapping, just follow along. I'll explain it. Tapping at your eyebrow point. Take a deep breath into your belly. Exhale all the way. Repeat after me. I release and let go of the sadnesses connected to this. I release and let go of the traumas connected to this. Side of your eye, tapping at the side of your eye. I release and let go of all the wanting around this. I wonder what it would be like to let go of all the wanting. I don't know if that's a good idea to let go of the wanting. Tapping underneath your eyes now. All the wanting and judgments. It's safe to let it go. I wonder what would happen if I let go of the wanting. I release and let go of all the fears around letting go of the wanting. I let go of all the wishing it was different. Tapping at your collarbone, I release and let go of all my judgments around it. I release and let go of all the would'ves, should'ves, could'ves. It's safe to let it go now. I release and let go of the stories of the past connected to this. I can get it all back if I want to, but I'm just doing this with Michelle right now. It's safe to feel this. And just keep tapping right there. And if you could release the wanting and the judgment and the wishing, how would it leave your body? So repeat after me. Drifting and floating away from me now. It's safe to let it go for a minute. It's safe to feel neutral. Good. I want you to grab your wrist, give it a squeeze, take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way. Just keep your eyes closed. Let all the breath go. Peace. Keep your eyes closed for just a second. Stay in your body. Just notice what you feel. Notice what you feel. Do you feel a little more neutral? Okay, whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Well, what happened? Did anything happen? I'm in a trance. What did you notice? What's the worst thing that would happen if we let go of all the wanting? What's the worst thing that would happen if we let go of the wanting? Awesome. I see some comments. Good. I get Peacefulness. I feel lighter. Smiley face from Crystal. I could feel it leaving me. I feel lighter now. Sarah says she feels always feels anxious working on her physical body. Yes, Sarah, you and me both. So somebody just said something super interesting too, that I feel like my wanting is tied to my drive. Me too. Me too. So does that mean letting go of wanting is going to affect your drive? Do you believe that or not? If your wanting is tied to your drive, does that mean if you release wanting, you're releasing your drive? I'd like you to answer it. Maybe you say, I don't know. I just want you to start like thinking about that. Michelle says she feels grounded, peace. Susan says it might happen despite me even quicker. I think so too, Susan. I'm starting to think that we don't have to muscle this thing to death. You know, that we've got more power in our neutrality than we realize. Oh, Linda, that's you. Okay. Yes, I do. And that worries me. Well, good, Linda. I can work with you on Thursday about this. But it's something I want you to start thinking about. Like, is it true I have to have this emotional energy of the wanting to fuel my drive? I'm wondering if it's like a Monster energy drink. It's just like, it's not a good idea. I don't have all the answers. I'm just throwing it out there as something for us to think about. Dusty just commented on it also. She said, I feel like you'd release the negative emotions tied to the drive. I got chills on that. So I think that's really good. Somebody else said it depends on why there's a wanting. Do I feel it's time to move on? Or do I feel like I'm lacking something? Yeah, Kara, awesome. Depends on why there's wanting. I think that's an interesting thought. And I think it's an interesting thought. Instead of wanting now, I know I will get everything I need. Yeah. Okay, Teresa. Good. So that takes me into the next piece. I was really trying to, is this helpful? Or are you guys like, what is she doing? The last piece I want to add is our ability to hold a more neutral state. I think that's step one. Step two is even bringing in some of the higher, when I say higher, I don't mean good, better, lower. I don't know. It's not a good or bad thing. It's just like a different frequency. So I'd like to do it one more time and feel that neutral state again. And then even this time, could we seed in some things without that energy of wanting, but just observe what that higher health might look like, or the higher wealth, or what more happiness, not in the wanting of it, in the observation, neutral observation of it. Does that make sense, you guys? I know I'm going all over. I hope this makes sense. It's new for me to say it this way. Okay, so close your eyes. Okay, notice your current vibration first. And you can bring in some thoughts if you want, like the health, the wealth, and happiness, or something else that you brought in. And I want you to take a minute and observe the wanting to see if that's different or the same or stronger or less. It doesn't matter, just notice it. Okay, tapping at your eyebrow point. Take a deep breath in again. Blow it away. Repeat after me. All the ways I hold this. It's safe to see it and feel it. Side of your eye, all the ways I limit myself. I honor that. It's safe. all the limits we put on ourselves and we don't even know it. That's okay. It's safe. I honor it. I'm human. Underneath your eyes, all the wanting. I wonder what it would be like to let it go for a minute. All the conscious and unconscious limits I put on myself. It's safe to let them go for a minute while I play with this. I'm safe. At your collarbone, I'm safe. Good. And then grab your wrist, give it a squeeze, take another deep breath in, feel that breath go up through your nose, down your throat, into your belly, chest. Let everything expand. Exhale. Eyes stay closed. Peace or neutral. Allow yourself to feel the neutral. I want you to, if you want or if you're willing to play, expand the neutral throughout your entire body. Maybe it even expands out past your physical body. What's it like to hold neutral? And you can just keep it however you want. If you were going to drop in a mix of happiness into your neutral, what does that feel like or look like? Go ahead and do it now if you want to. Just drop a little happiness in there. Maybe it's a color, a thought, a feeling, something else, a symbol. And how does your neutral react to some drops of happy? Maybe you want to drop in some joy. Play around with it. You've got this capacity to hold the neutral and observe and just notice. And then whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Move around a little bit. What's happening? Tell me in the chat. What's going on with you? What did you notice? I noticed that I've never expanded neutral as much as I did. And when I dropped happy in, it didn't affect me at all because my neutral was so great. That's not good or bad. I just noticed that was really interesting. And I've been really wanting happiness for about a week or two badly. And I realized how small it was when I sat in the neutral peace. No worries, Kim. Peacefulness. Awesome. I felt less anxious this time. It was easier to let go. Good. This is an exercise. So we're sensitive souls, right? As empaths and sensitives, we are sensitive souls. And doing new things like this that, they affect our nervous system. And sometimes new things will trigger my nervous system at first. And then if I keep doing them, it gets easier and easier. I'll give you the silliest example. Not last year, but before COVID, I got a trainer and I started to lift real weights, and he would put me on these big machines and I would have to do 3 reps. And the first rep of 8, I would start doing these things and my mind would go, hell no, you can't do this. This is going to damage you. You're going to lose muscle mass. Every thought about stopping would come in those first 8, and then I would take a break. And then the next set of 8, my mind would be a little calmer and go, okay, you made it through the first 8 and you survived. You're going to make this. And then my mind would calm down. And by the 3rd round of 8 reps, my brain was just quiet. So it's like it triggers me too. And I notice this work does that also. Like anytime I do things the first time, my brain is like, no, my nervous system, no, 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 no. And then if I keep doing it, it goes, okay, you're fine. You're safe. I hope that was helpful. I can feel it in my body. Good. Awesome. Okay. Is this helpful? I know it was a little bit different, but again, I'm trying to, inside of Intuition Circle this month, we're going to do more about frequencies, our personal vibrations, and then we're going to experiment with, and when we give readings to each other, like, I think it's going to be really interesting when we're in this neutral space to tap into somebody else. I don't know. It's an experiment this month. So I wanted to start with you guys. I hope this was helpful. That my whole goal was to, I believe that the more neutral we are to what our visions are or what we believe we want in the world, the more neutral we can be, I believe the easier we get to experience those things. What do you guys think? This is a new, well, not a new thought for everyone. It's a newer thought for me. Like, I don't have to muscle myself to my dreams and visions and goals. I can just I can get myself to neutral. I can let go of the wanting of it. And it brings a lot more joy, contentment, and happiness, which I think probably brings more health and abundance. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for being good, Michelle. Thanks for saying it makes sense because I wasn't sure today. So thank you for that. I love this exercise. Didn't realize I needed it. So helpful. Good. Good. Okay, you can come back to this. This video will be here. It'll be on my website. You can come back to it over and over again. It'll be here. You can make it a practice. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next Tuesday, same place, same time. Have a great day. Bye.